video, you will learn how reciting Surah Kahf every Friday can protect you from Dajjal. Now we know that the Prophet ﷺ has recommended us to read Surah Kahf every Friday, but now you will see why it is so important for us to read it every Friday, and mainly we will focus on how exactly it protects us from Dajjal. Assalamu alaikum Glifians, you're watching Glifi, where I share Muslim life hacks to follow our deen more easily. So make sure you subscribe for more content like this. And now let's get right into understanding how reciting Surah Kahf protects us from Dajjal. So first, let's look at the stories in Surah Kahf. There are 4 stories that have been mentioned in this surah, and the first one is the most commonly one known, which is the story of the people of the cave, Ashabul Kahf. Then we have the story of the rich man who owned 2 beautiful gardens. Next we have the story of Musa alayhi salam and Khizr alayhi salam. And lastly we have the story of Zulkarnain. Now we will not discuss what exactly happens in each of these stories, and we will stick to a focus of understanding why this surah protects us from Dajjal. So, each of the stories that we just looked at has a test and a lesson. In the story of the people of the cave, they were tested with their faith in Allah. And the lesson we get from this story is that Allah protects those who believe in Him. The second story of the rich man who owned 2 beautiful gardens, in this story there was a test of wealth. And the lesson we see from this story is that Allah is the giver of wealth, and we should not be arrogant or proud about our wealth, because Allah is the giver and He also has the power to take it away from us. The next story in the surah was of Musa alayhi salam and Khizr alayhi salam, and in this story there was a test of knowledge. The lesson we learned from this story is kind of similar to the lesson from the previous story. So the lesson that we learned from the story of Musa alayhi salam and Khizr alayhi salam is that Allah is all knowledgeable and nobody is perfect in their knowledge. Nobody knows everything, and all knowledge belongs only to Allah, and only Allah is the all-knower of everything. We also learned that whatever knowledge we have is from Allah. Lastly, in the story of Zulkarnain, there is a test of authority. Authority means power. And so the lesson we learn from this story is that all power belongs to Allah, and Allah gives us the power and authority in this world. So we should not be arrogant with the power we have. Rather, we should be sincere in our deeds and use our power for good stuff, and always with the intention of serving the people and doing it for Allah. And now comes the most important part. Dajjal will come to us with the exact same 4 tests. Maybe not in the exact same format as the stories we just looked at, but definitely he will come with the exact same 4 tests. The test we saw in the first story was the test of faith, and Dajjal will come and he will claim to be Allah. It is a test for us to not believe in him as being Allah, and it will be a challenging situation for us to hold on to our faith. So that is the test of faith. The second test we looked at from Surah Kahf was the test of wealth. And Dajjal will come at a time when there is a lot of poverty, a lot of poor people, and he will tempt us with wealth. He will give us wealth, he can make the plants grow, and he will say that because he can do this, he is God. So that is another test for us. He will show us and tempt us with wealth, and so that is the second test we will face when Dajjal comes, the test of wealth. The third test we looked at in Surah Kahf is the test of knowledge. And so when Dajjal comes, it will be a time when a lot of right things will be considered to be wrong, and a lot of wrong things will be considered to be right. People who are knowledgeable will be considered to be dumb, and dumb people will be considered to be knowledgeable. So everything in knowledge will be considered opposite, and no one will listen to the people who actually know. So that is a time when we will be tested again with the knowledge we have, what to believe, what not to believe, our understanding of what is right and what is wrong. There will be a lot of misguidance, a lot of wrong knowledge spread around, and a lot of temptation to follow the wrong things. So it is very important that we seek the right knowledge to pass this test, inshallah. So that is the third test that comes with Dajjal. The fourth test we saw in Surah Kahf is the test of power. Now when Dajjal comes, he will give power to the people who do wrong things. He will tell somebody to do something wrong, and he will bribe them with power, which means he will tell them to do something wrong. If that person obeys him, that person will become someone powerful. Basically, when I say something wrong, they will almost always be instructions to do something haram. So when Dajjal tells us to do something wrong in exchange for some power, that is a challenge of power for us. So when Dajjal comes, we will have these 4 tests, these 4 trials that we have to be very careful of. But do you remember the 4 lessons we learned from the 4 stories in Surah Kahf? Those lessons are reminders to us on how to approach those tests and challenges when Dajjal comes. Once again, to recap these lessons, in the first test of faith, the lesson was that Allah protects those who believe in Him. The second test was the test of wealth, and the lesson from this was all wealth is from Allah, not from Dajjal. The third test is the test of knowledge, and the lesson we learned from this was that all knowledge is from Allah, nobody is fully knowledgeable, and we should always try to seek the right knowledge. We should always try to learn the right things. And the fourth lesson we learned from Surah Kahf was from the trial of power. So the lesson we learned from that was that all power belongs to Allah, and that whatever power we have, we should use that properly. So when Dajjal comes, the power he gives to us for doing something wrong is again to misuse that power. So we should be reminded of the lesson that all power is from Allah, and we don't need to do wrong things to get powerful, because Allah is the giver of power, and so Allah does not give us power by disobeying Him or power for disobeying Him, and that whatever power we have should be used properly. So here, you guys, is the reason how Surah Kahf protects us from Dajjal. It is a reminder for us every Friday when we read the surah, we are reminded of the trials, the challenges, the lessons, and how to tackle these challenges when Dajjal comes. And so inshallah, try your best to read it every Friday as a reminder. And you can check out this video for tips on how to easily complete Surah Kahf every single Friday. And let me know in the comments down below what is something new you learned from this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, live your beliefs and stay tuned to Bliffy. Surah Kahf every Friday can protect you from Dajjal. Next, we have the story of Musa alayhi salam and Khizr alayhi salam. In this story, there was a test of wealth. Rather, we should be sincere in our deeds. Maybe not in the exact. So here, you guys, check out this video for tips on. You can check out this video for tips on. You can check out this video for tips on how to easily complete Surah Kahf every single Friday.